amount of exercise. He usually, what can we say?
Runs a lot.
Runs a lot.
Runs a lot. Okay, very good. What about the next one? He weighs
67
kilograms.
kilograms.
Diet. He usually eats
Healthy food.
Healthy food.
healthy food, right? Very good. What about the past? Before. He didn't used to
Get any
Get
exercise.
any exercise.
get any exercise. He used to be
Overweight.
overweight. And the last one, he used to eat
Junk food.
Junk food.
food. Very good. Okay, I want you to pay attention to these sentences and you are going to help me to complete some exercises. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to this now and before. Okay, so let's see. So, in the sentences there, we have this expression, used to. When do you think we can use this expression? I want you to pay attention to the sentences that you have here in exercise number 3. When do we use used to? To talk about what? For example, number 2, sentence number 2 in before, he didn't used to get any exercise. Number 4, he used to be overweight. And number 6, he used to eat junk food. What do you think it means? When do we use this expression, this verb, used to?
We used to for habits in the past.
Okay, yes, very good. We use used to talk about habits in the past. Okay, to talk about habits or situations that were true in the past, but now are not true. Okay, so this is used to. I want you to pay attention to this. Check the exercises here, and in the affirmative sentences, what do you think is the structure we use? For example, number 4 and number 6, both are affirmative. What is the structure we use here? Sentence number 4 and number 6. We have, what is this?
Subject.
Subject, and then? We have used to, and after used to, we have? What is this? Be and eat. Verb, right? In which form? What is the form of the verb here? ¿Cuál es la forma del verbo?
Present.
Present.
Yes, in the present or in the base form, right? So we need a subject, used to, okay, used to, and the verb in the base form. Very good. So here we have a picture, and I want you to tell me a sentence with used to according to the picture. What can you say?
I used to have a car, but now I have a motorcycle.
Yes, very good. Any other ideas? I used to have a car, but now I have a motorcycle. Any other ideas?
I used to wash a car, but now I wash my motorcycle.
Yes, could be another example. Very good. So we are going to use he because we are talking about him, okay? He used to have a car, but now he has a motorcycle. Okay, so, or maybe we can say he used to hate washing the car, so that's why now he has a motorcycle, right? Maybe is another option. Here we have another picture. What can we say about him? What can we say about him? Tell me, Oscar, what can we say about him?
I used to up to the fire in the town, and now I work in policeman.
Ok, vamos a corregir un poco su oración. He used to what?
No, I used to.
I used to.
¿Qué dije hace rato? I used to. Off.
Turn off.
Off para apagar off of the fire.
Turn off. Turn off, or yes, you can say turn off the fire.
Turn on the fire, and now I work in policeman.
I work as a police officer of policeman. Very good. What about you, Sebastián Ávila?
He used to be a fireman, and but now he's a policeman.
He's a policeman. Yes, yes, could be. He used to be a fireman, but now he's a policeman, right? Very good. I want you to write your own sentence about you. Something that you used to do in the past and now you don't do anymore. What can you say? For example, my example, I used to play with dolls when I was younger, but I don't play anymore. I don't do it anymore. What about you? What could be your example? Something that you used to do in the past and now you don't do anymore.
Teacher me.
Please?
I used to hate books, but now I
Okay. Remember that we don't say use it. Okay. I used to hate books, but now I love them. Very good sentence. Anybody else?
Me, teacher.
Please.
For example, I used to go out with my friends every weekend, but now I am staying in my home.
Very good. I used to go out with my friends, but now I stay at home, right? Very good. Good examples. Let's go to the negative sentences. Okay? So what is the structure for the negative sentences? I want you to pay attention to the examples here in your book. For example, sentence number 2. What do we use for negative sentences? We use?
He didn't used to.
Subject. Then we have this auxiliary verb, didn't, and used to. And after used to, we have a verb in the base form, right? So, subject, didn't. I want you to notice the difference here. Aquí ya no utilizamos la de en las oraciones negativas. ¿Por qué? Porque ya tenemos la forma del pasado en el auxiliar. Entonces el verbo va en su forma base, ¿ok? So, I didn't use to and the verb in the base form, ¿ok? For example, what can you say about him? What can you say about him? He what do you think, guys? Yesarel, what do you think? What can you say about him? Nayeli, what can you say about him?
He didn't used to
Mhm. He didn't used to what? Yesarel, can you help your partner? He didn't used to.
He didn't used to like a partner, but now he's
He
he
didn't
have
use.
a girlfriend.
He didn't used to like a partner, but now he has a girlfriend.
Yes.
What do you think, guys?
He didn't used to have a girlfriend, but now he's married.
He is married. Okay, maybe, yes, could be. So here we have an example. He didn't used to have a girlfriend, but now he is in love, right? Okay, very good. Here we have another example, another negative example. What can you say about him? What do you think, Camila? What can you say about him? Your microphone is off, I guess.
Pardon, teacher. He didn't used to have a work and house.
He didn't used to have a?
Work and house. Una casa y trabajo.
Okay, he didn't used to have a job and a house, but now he has a house. Okay. Any other ideas? He didn't. ¿Alguna otra idea?
Yeah, teacher.
Please.
He didn't used to have a job, but now he has a lot of money.
Okay, very good. Any other example?
No, my ancestor se dicen así, ancestor.
Ancestor.
My ancestor, he used to live in the cuevas, ¿cómo se dice? No sé.
Caves.
He used to live in the cave, and now my family live in house.
My family lives in house. Okay, very good sentence. But remember, we are in negative sentences now. So you need to write sentences with didn't, right? Maybe we can say he didn't used to have a dog. And now he has one. He didn't used to wear clothes, but now he wears suits. Okay. Here we have an example. He didn't used to have a house, but now he has one, right? Very good. Now I want you to tell me your example. Something that you didn't used to have or didn't used to do in the past, but now you do. Okay? For example, I didn't used to work from home, but now I do. I do it. I work from home. What can you tell me? I didn't used to what?
I didn't used to have a pet, but now I have 3 dogs.
Very good. Good example. Any other example?
I didn't used to go to sleep early, but now I do it because it's better for my health.
Very good. Good example. Anybody else?
Me, teacher,
Yes?
I didn't used to pass online class, but now I pass the class online.
Okay. Remember that when we say, very good example, when we say clases or pasar clases, we say take classes or have classes, not pass. Okay, so I didn't used to take online classes, en plural, porque estamos hablando en general, but now I take online classes, or but now I do it. Okay, very good. Good
Okay,
example.
teacher, thank you.
Okay, now we are going to check.
Pregunta de vocabulario.
Mhm.
¿Cómo diría pasé un examen o pasar un examen?
I approve a test. Oh.
Okay.
Ujú. Y cuando es reprobar un examen, I failed a test. Okay. Very good. Now we have questions. How do you think, we don't have examples of questions there, but how do you think we can form a question with used to? What do we need to write or to say first in a question? I want you to check the negative, and I want you to tell me how can I change this into a question.
Could be first did,
Mm-hmm. And after did?
Subject.
Mm-hmm.
After that, used to.
Yes, very good. And after?
After
Excuse me,
the
teacher.
verb.
The verb. Yes?
A ver, no sé si he hecho bien mi oración. No sé si está bien, pero me corrige. My ancestor used to not complain much, and now they are all crystal generation.
Okay,
Está
very good.
bien.
You can
También
say, don't forget that you don't have to say use it. Okay, no pronunciamos la E de al final, sino use. Used to. Okay.
My ancestor used to. Okay.
Yes,
Not
used to.
complain much, and now they are all crystal generation.
Ok. En lugar de decir used to not complain, en lugar de decir el not al final, vamos a utilizar un auxiliar. Y vamos a ponerlo delante del used to. My ancestor es su sujeto, ¿cierto? Y luego didn't, es la forma negativa, used to complain much. Ok.
Claro, pero si yo estaría diciendo así, que estaría diciéndolo mal gramáticamente, ¿no?
Debemos utilizar el didn't, ¿ok?
Okay.
Okay, very good. So, very good. We have here the questions. The only thing we have to do is to add did at the beginning because it's like a question in the past, in the simple past, okay? What is the question we can ask about him? ¿Cómo sería nuestra pregunta sobre él? ¿Qué diríamos? What do you think?
Did he used to have a car?
Did
you used to drive a car?
Maybe, yes. Both of them are correct. Did he used to drive or to have a car? Very good. Did he used to have a bicycle? If we ask, did he used to have a bicycle? What is the answer for this question? ¿Cuál sería la respuesta? Did he used to have a bicycle? ¿Cuál sería mi respuesta?
Sería, no, I used to motorcycle. No. Al revés.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't, right? Recuerden que siempre si hacemos una respuesta corta, debemos utilizar el auxiliar. No, he didn't. Y si quisiéramos dar más información, he used to have a car. Okay, no, he didn't. He used to have a car. Okay. Y si fuera afirmativa, yes, he did. Okay, siempre con el auxiliar que tenemos acá adelante en nuestra pregunta. Okay. Here we have another example. What can we say about him? ¿Qué podríamos preguntar? What do you think? Monica, tell me, what could be my question here about him?
Did he used to be a policeman?
Okay, did he used to be a policeman? And the answer is no, he didn't. he used to be a fireman, right? But if we ask, did he used to be a fireman? The answer is yes, he did, right? Very good. So now I want you to think in a question that you would like to ask to your partner. ¿Ok? Piensen en alguna pregunta que quisieran preguntarle a un compañero de la clase y tienen que utilizar used to. Did you used to y un verbo. Cualquier cosa que quieran preguntar de un hábito pasado. ¿Ok? Think about your question. Please, Natalia, give me a number.
3.
3 is Fernando. Tell me the name of your partner you want to ask the question to.
Avila. Avila.
Avila. Okay, pay attention, Sebastian. What is your question, Fernando?
Sebastian, did you used to have a job?
No, I didn't used to.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I used to be a student. Maybe you can say. Okay. Tell me, Sebastian, who are you going to ask your question to?
Sebastian.
To Sebastian. Pay attention, Sebastian. What is your question?
Did you used to study in Juan Pablo II?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Okay. Were you partners or something?
He is a classmate, compañero de mi hermano.
Oh, okay. He's your sister's classmate. Okay. Tell me, Sebastian, what is your question or who are you going to ask this question to?
Pregunta abierta. No, mentira, no sé quién preguntar.
Okay. So, what is your question?
Did you used to be a good student at school?
Mariana, did you used to be a good student at school?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Okay, tell me, Mariana, what is your question? Or to whom? ¿A quién le va a preguntar?
Natalia.
Natalia.
Did you used to green stuff, barbijo? Antes.
Mask? Did you used to?
Green strap, barbijo.
¿Y el verbo cuál sería? Recuerda que después del tú debemos utilizar un verbo, ¿cierto? Un verbo en la forma base. Did you used to?
Use.
Wear. Did you used to wear a mask? Natalia?
Yes, I did it.
Okay, yes, I did.
No, I did, sorry.
Okay. Natalia, what is your question and to whom?
Para Mónica.
Mónica.
Did you used to cook a cake? Cook cake.
Cakes?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Okay, very good. Thank you, guys. Do you have any questions here to your partners? ¿Alguien que quiera hacer alguna pregunta a sus compañeros? ¿Alguno de ellos? No? Okay, good. So remember, we used to talk about past habits, okay? And we are going to talk about usually. When do you think we need to use usually? When do we use usually? Any ideas? When we talk about what? Cuando hablamos de qué utilizamos usually. About habits, right? We use usually when we talk about habits, but in the present, right? Habits or situations in the present. So when we do something regularly, we can use usually. For example, here we have some sentences. He usually runs a lot, or he usually eats healthy food. Okay, and we use the subject, usually, the verb, and the complement. Okay, I usually have breakfast at 8. What do you usually do? What is your habit? Can you tell me one of your habits? With usually, something that you do regularly as a habit in the present? What can you tell me? Anybody?
I usually get up at 6 o'clock a.m. 6
Okay.
a.m.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? With usually?
I usually read an hour a day.
Okay, very good. What kind of books do you read?
I think romantic books.
Okay, like novels, something like this? No? Okay, maybe drama, romantic drama could be?
Yeah.
Okay. And yes, so we use usually, but we can use this word in different positions in a sentence. For example, this is the first one. Also, we can use usually after the verb to be. Okay, si vamos a utilizar un verbo to be en nuestra oración, debemos utilizar usually después del verbo to be. Okay, for example, I am usually at work in the morning. Ok, como pueden ver tenemos el verbo to be y usually va después del verbo to be. I am usually at work in the morning. And then we can use usually at the beginning of the sentence, but remember you need a comma. Okay? Usually I go to bed at 11 p.m. Okay, so these are the 3 different places in which you can use usually in a sentence. Okay? Something that you have to take into consideration too is this. Pay attention. Here I have 2 sentences. I usually went to my grandmother's house on weekends. I usually go to my grandmother's house on weekends. Which of these sentences do you think is the correct or is correct?
The second sentence.
The second? Why? Why is the second correct?
Because the verb go is in present.
It's in the present. Okay. I want you to check this. Both sentences are correct. Both of them. Okay. We sometimes, we are going to see sometimes usually with a verb in the past, and it means used to go. Okay. Significa exactamente lo mismo. Cuando decimos usually y un verbo en el pasado, significa exactamente lo mismo que digamos used to go. Okay, so we can also use usually when we are talking about habits in the past, in the affirmative sentence. Okay, and we use usually go when we are talking about habits in the present. Okay, so be careful with this. Sometimes you're going to have exercises with the verb in the past, and you need to use usually and not used to. Okay, so this is an exception in the use of usually. Okay? Any questions? Okay.